Okay, so somebody asked me a question here about trading the market, and I'm playing back the Eurodollar right now from 2014, and I've got this indicator. I think it updates every day. I call it Spectrum 10, or 10 Spectrum, 10 pip Spectrum inside the code. And I think in Strategy Tester right now, if I updated the code, refreshed, it would actually change the playback of the, it would update differently on the, even without restarting the Strategy Tester. You could just, so this was originally called the FiboPivot, FiboPiv, and I think it's still out there by this Kilimanjaro or something. The only setting on here that, and of course I severely edited the namings here. I've probably got about 10 versions of that. All sorts of experimentation and different. The problem is naming this all off. This is the real name, and then I hid the name, and then it's just a big, it's like, and I guess you could take the high and low out of this. Maybe I have not ever fine-tuned it, so to speak. Closing prices would make sense if you're going to throw limits out on the clock on a certain explosion. So the market explodes and it moves very far, and it's going to invoke a different robot or a different script to come up and launch an array into a highly probable extension of whatever value it is. You're going to give it a nice 50 or 100 pip basket of orders. So counter trend trading with baskets, but you got to have these things. You can't repeat a price. So if you have a script that you wrote that's hard coded, you can't just hit that script every, whatever you do, you're laying in a duplicate array, and you don't want that. You want to have an organic clustering so that it's more like the market. If you get filled on some, but ultimately you're going to do it by hand, so you wouldn't have that problem. If you really cared about your, it just depends how much you care about your money. So the question is that this guy wants to put in, let's see, I'm looking back too far, 2017, so we have to go to current. Okay, so now the thing is about the market is that you have to imagine above and below you is a potential landing area for the bulls and the bears. So to be objective, I think is the ultimate. Right? To not have any kind of bias and be flexible. So this person asks, hey, you got any tips for what size grids to use on the 1 hour charts? Okay, so that's quite a lengthy answer, I would say, if you wanted to really know the true answer, because it means how do you view the 1 hour chart. So it's just watching the Forex Hangout stream guy, and I had a bail because I got an anxiety attack watching him talk about the charts. And how long has this guy been looking at charts? I mean, when's the aha moment going to kick in? Okay, so you're looking at the 5-minute chart. Okay, it goes the less noise on the half hour. Yeah, the 1 hour chart, and then he pauses and says, well, the 1 hour chart, okay. Yeah, because he's trading breakouts of 3 whatevers. So in the 1 hour chart, he realizes, okay, this is, and then he drills down to the 15. He's like, oh yeah, I see you get in here and reduce your risk, trade bigger. But still, just really one ticket? Besides, could you just throw in I mean, is it really that hard to imagine that at any moment we could drop 10 pips? Would you buy 10 pips deep with an 8 pip stop to make 12 pips. Well, it's kind of break even, right? If there's problems. Would you buy 30 pips deep with a 20 pip stop to make 40 pips? Would you buy 150 pips deep with a 100 pip stop to make 200 pips? Because it's conceivable if the fucking market could drop 200 fucking pips, that it could possibly reverse. It happens all the time. In maybe 5 days, maybe 3 days, maybe 3 hours, it reverses 75 pips. It goes and makes a whole new low. How long is it going to take people, this guy is no different than the people that are watching him, to realize that the market can't see your moving average, it can't see your RSI. There's no such thing as a stop hunt unless you're, what do they say, just because they're hunting your stops doesn't mean that they're not hunting your stops. So, but you just happen to have an order there, and so you feel offended because the squirrel went and got caught under your car, and you're like, that squirrel was doing like a suicide by car, and I don't want to be involved in that. And so, at what point, right? And it's all about the effort of saying, or I guess the realization that there's no fucking way you're going to pick the turnaround to the exact tenth of a pip. If you're putting an order in a fifth decimal broker at a precise price, you're also assuming that the spread will be tight enough for that to fill, or right, because the tighter the spread, the more you would fill, more guaranteed of a fill. If you put an order 5.5 pips deep, okay, but the magic of the script, and I guess this is just too inside baseball for this guy, the 15-minute ticket. Throw that in there. Lower risk. This is so silly easy. Okay, so so the 1 hour chart. Let's take a look at the 1 hour chart, and I'm trading some robot just to run the thing, because the SureBot I'm trading. Somebody gave me this thing, or we were sharing this thing. I don't know if it's making any money. Okay, it's kind of making money, but it's taking a big, I think it's hedging, so it's taking a huge drawdown there. Like the equity is the same, balances all over the map because it's letting go of a lag or something else, some kind of scheme. And money management scheme is going to be more important than the criteria to get in anyways. I mean, and once you're in, you're like, oh, you know, we should probably get out here because it looks like it's not going anywhere and we're up in the trade. And okay, so are you cutting into your profits? Maybe. If you're trading a single position at one broker on one instrument at a time, I mean, because if there's so much weight behind that trade, your brain's not going to be able to manage 5 standard lots across 5 instruments. Maybe it can. Some people can't. So you're seeing people, okay, so somebody's doing a video, and whatever their fears are kind of, or their system's built around. And somebody in the comments said, he's getting all these girls on this thing. Some Jeanette or something says, well, you know, hey, it keeps me in the trade longer. All this moving average shit. Yeah, of course. In other words, if you have to set your clocks ahead because you're always late, okay, you know, people are like, dude, that is not the time. And then, of course, you know, the cloud trading, what they've done there is they've fucked with the time by offsetting the moving average. But if you didn't know anything about trading and somebody said, okay, when you see this cross this line, do this, that, of course, they don't even have trade plans for the fucking cloud. It's just like, here, no, this is a buy signal. Well, I mean, are you watching and waiting for the beep and then pulling the trigger? Or are you going to perceive the cloud? You want to put your pendings in the cloud. So, because if you're cloud trading and you're going to buy when the price comes into the cloud because that's support, why don't you just throw your pendings out there now? The cloud's giving you that, the feature of, and if the moving averages are offset, why aren't your orders offset? Oh, because I want to see what happens before I pull the trigger, make sure it's really a good trade. Okay, maybe on one ticket. But Jesus, if you live like that, I don't know. Maybe you can live like that. Maybe that's why it's difficult. But of course, maybe, like I said, you have to say, well, I'm only play minor keys, but I'm really good at it. Or I only write ballads. I'm sure you can make a mint writing ballads for movies. Fuck, it makes more money than some pile of shit fast song. And that's what you specialize in. And when you go research these famous songs like the Armageddon song with Aerosmith, they didn't write that. Some not hot looking lady wrote that. She wrote, like, there's so much stuff out there that you just write a script and people are like, oh yeah, anybody could sing this. It's very clean structure for the chords, and it's melody's only 4 notes. It's just the timing. It's just when the notes come in and out. But yeah, the 1 hour chart. What are you doing with it? Here's the 1 hour chart. Let's just slow this robot down a little bit. My sinuses are killing me from this pollen outside. Okay, let me just. I'm going to slow down the robot to like 31, which is like half the speed of 32 in MetaTrader, and 16, I guess, is just. So the question is here is, did you buy? How would you trade this right now? Based on the way I trade this, I'm waiting for 1 hour to go by. At the end of this hour, I'm selling at the fucking market. Plus, I'm selling with a wider stop than normal because it's moving so fucking hard. But where would you suppose I gotta get rid of this fucking indicator? See, unless you have a way to use these indicators, if there's a trade plan for that indicator, okay, that's fine. But if you don't have one, fuck it. Just don't have this shit on here. So I'm taking this bullshit indicator off here. That's what just drives me nuts. Okay. Am I going to be able to delete these objects? Fuck, did I take it off there? Oh, shit. No. Oh, man. It won't delete because I'm running the robot. Fuck. Okay, wait. I had to delete that thing. So, but really, how long is it going to take you to figure out what a stop hunt is and why you want to fucking buy it? You really can't see the people being stop hunted? Let's just call it that. I don't even know what I mean, it's just, you could call it whatever you want. Can't you see the holes being filled? Why is this guy running like... okay, you can run trend lines, you run pitchforks. And it's like, okay, so he's got this... He's running the stream right now. Ideas. I'm considering that. I'm like, dude, let's fucking trade this. Let's put some orders in this fucker. Okay, so I sold at the market here at the top of the hour, like I said I would, and I got a wide stop on that. And I'm gonna scalp out of some of this though. I didn't just sell one ticket there. I sold, like, say I sold a standard lot there. Well, the first 10K is already out. So it's, what do you do with the 1 hour chart? So he wants to put in grids. So that means this guy's asking me a question, he wants to put in limit orders. Well, it's just not going to be enough. You're going to have to still trade at the market. You're going to still have to make that gut-wrenching decision. Are we at a support to buy, or are we at a resistance to sell? Had you placed a sell limit up here, and this is 2000, just to show you that the song remains the same, this is 2014, November. If you had a sell limit here, how did that trade work out? Well, we know it got filled because that is the bid. Did we make this money? So we know this price exists. We know this low exists. If we waited to get out here, we are underwater right now. So look at all the different scenarios here. I'm just speaking of one ticket. Mind you, one ticket. If we get in here, we sell and we move our stop to here, then we move our stop to here, we made some money. Let's imagine there's no spread. John Lennon. Imagine there's no commissions. So another thing to consider is that, are you willing to be the guy that buys this fractal? Are you the guy that has the balls to place, or the effort balls to place tickets for this new low and your breakout bot on low volatility 1 hour got trapped there? So I sold with a really and I'm going to sell if it's up again. The harder it's up, the wider my stop is to sell. Okay, this thing just bought. What a great robot. He just bought here. How retarded. So I'm underwater on this one. But if I was up water on this, because I got in here. So what is your, how do you want, it's like jump rope. Do you want to wait for the jump rope? You're going to sink to it and you're going to get in. This is the way I look at swing trading, and even swing trading in the 1 hour chart, is you've got to decide what is the fucking pace of your, how much. So watching the Forex Hangout guy say, I was gonna record this on top of him, but I literally can't take it. It's like he's the whitest trader I've ever seen. Dude, you gotta get some ghetto into your trade. I mean, you just have to go there. You have to be. I prescribe a little rap music for him. So because gotta relax, man. We putting that fib shit up there. And yeah, you can draw a trend line. You got no fucking size negotiated, no other backup plan, no other trade that you should be able to put in sell limits now, right? Wouldn't you put a sell? I mean, I can't switch times, but here, all I can do is zoom out. But aren't you cashing out of something, out of this breakout? Like, how hard was it to perceive what people call noise? It's called low volatility. So what is noise? It is the noise floor. There's nothing, but the secret is the noise. I mean, the market is noise. What is your noise window? Well, 8 hours of noise here. Look at the subtle shit going on in here. God damn, I've just seen so many fucking charts. Too many, I think. Is this a triangle? I don't know. It should be very obvious. Is this more about... Okay, I'll just do the Jason Greystone version and be very explicit. This would be like... volatility for dummies. We have this, and I'm missing my mic stand here. Please hold. Okay, I just had to copy that. So is this less volatility than this price pulse, than this swing, high swing low? And what is lower volatility than that even? How about closing prices are lower volatility? It does not take into account the auction that's going on during the 1 hour. So do we really have to go down to the... Now I understand the fear. Nobody wants to sell into this, but I'm up on that trade. Right now I'm up at the market order. I'm underwater here, but I knew that. And like I said, if I sell a standard lot here, I just scalped out a 10K and I am getting killed. But what if I'm up here? And what if I got another currency pair running? And what if I'm not? I'm prepared to trade 10 standard lots. I have that kind of money in the account. So what is the amount of money in the account? Because if you have 10 grand in the account and you're trading nano lots, like $300 per position, do you know how long it's going to take you to fucking lose $40? How much work? It's like saying I'm going to drive my car 5 miles an hour all day long. Well, how much fucking, even if you drive like an idiot, how much damage could you possibly do? Look, it's barely up, so I'm barely selling. Now, you figure there's a vacuum forming underneath this thing. Let me speed it up. And is there any money management bots waiting to get stopped out here? Are you bullish? Is it an uptrend? Fuck yeah, it's an uptrend. Are you going to buy on pullbacks on limits? Gee, I don't know. I'm supposed to run sell stops down here. See the problem? So which trade plan should be invoking? The market's telling you. It's also giving you the fucking pip size. It's beautiful. This is 20 pip grid. The market's telling you, look, dude, I just moved 50 pips. How are people missing this shit? It just moved 50 pips in 1 hour. Holy shit, that's really quite a rate of change, isn't it? Can it move another 50 pips in another hour? Another half hour? And if you do have a and this, guys, also what's blowing my mind is watching the Forex Hangout guy, dude. I don't do this myself, but if you're going to do the time frame explanation, you have a 15 and a 1 hour. Put up 2 charts. Because if you flip, you'll fucking lose perspective. It's about the way you frame these fucking charts. I can't go that far, but if I could, yeah, there's less noise on the weekly. Yeah, right. But dude, you're talking about 450 pips of no noise. Which wave are you trading? Which trade plan are you trading? Are you buying the Asian stop hunt? Are you going to trade the Asian breakout? Well, why don't you do both? Why is it not okay to do both? Is it too complicated? If you're going to, so you see this is lower volatility, and for how long? What is your volatility gauge giving you? Like, did you set this at, well, this is like 6 hours maybe. What is the, and do you overlay these? Do you drop a script every, it's just very complicated. Do you drop a script every so-and-so here? So this is 1 hour, and every hour you drop, safe, it's for limits. So you talk about grid trading this thing. Well, you've got to figure on the 1 hour chart, you're placing, unless you're going to randomly throw out shit that's like every 3 pips I'm going to buy limits. That's a completely different approach than saying, okay, I can see this low. I'm going to buy that low. Did you buy big enough? Probably not, because hopefully you were prepared to buy this. Now, if these lasted 8 hours and this lasted 4 hours, and right here is 4 hours when you drop them here. So after this goes up, the first time you get a higher low, you're putting this in, this order. This order's sitting here, but so is this one, and you didn't get filled enough here. So did you go with the goober entry? Well, here's the breakout. Comes back, retests. I should just have put in a goober buy stop here with a really wide stop so they don't take me out of the trade. Can you see the problem? You see how many fucking trades are in this one pattern from all different standpoints of how you're going to do it? There is no fucking one way you could do it. If you had to live off one setup, you're going to work really hard waiting for that one setup with the exact pip range you want. It's not a linear, like you have the people that are saying risk 2% of your account. Okay, once you get to a point where you can risk 0.001% of your account per ticket, you've just softened your risk. Now, if you think you're so good at trading, you're going to actually put in, when the account gets bigger, you're going to get some fucking hairy trades and do the same thing you did. If they bite you, if you get stopped out of that stupid fucking trade, you're getting clobbered. Yeah, because you're too lazy to fucking put in all the little detail and go trade 10Ks and 50Ks and 20Ks and put them at precise levels. Once again, I'm up on this selling here for a moment. I can't switch time frames, but I noticed it pulled back. So I'm scalping. I'm still getting killed here because I sold so far on this chart. I have sold here. I have sold here. I've sold here, but I did not sell here. Okay, didn't sell here because it's down. I should be buying there. But have we moved too hard, too far? And so now what? You have to play out. You have to have trade plans for every hour. It should be obvious what the fuck's going on. Just don't get it. But the guy's so zoomed out. This is what's happened to these fucking people. You're so zoomed out. You can't see the forest for the trees. You're like, okay, well, geez, yeah, the 1 hour chart, let's see here. Okay, I'm going to draw a channel. Okay, I got it, dude. But you have trade plans for this shit? Fuck no. People are just throwing these channels up here. Look at this channel. We broke, what's the Anders pitchfork? No, wait. And they're like, okay, well, if you take, I could say that. Look, here's the middle of the pitchfork. It's just a channel, Oh, look, it's almost touch. No, I'm not getting out. Okay, so maybe psychologically you're going to hold this long position because when it hits the top of the channel, that's when I get out. Because I really believe in the channel trading. Okay, how do you explain all this fucking shit? Talk about noise. Actually, maybe noise is not low volatility. Look at this drama. What the hell is going on here? Like, bam, 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 bam. Well, these are all auctions. Every time you get a spike into a new low, spikes down. Oof, that didn't last long. Spikes up. Ooh, that didn't last long. It's just back and forth. Let's go stop hunting. That's why people, one guy was saying on the comments, unless he's being sarcastic, I can kind of read what people are thinking. Yeah, nobody makes money in Forex because of these moves. Well, you don't understand what's going on there, right? That should be painfully obvious. This is going on all the time. This is a 1 hour chart. Well, it goes up, and this is 1 day from here to here. So this is the easiest, the biggest money-making chart that has the lowest amount of work. Another thing the Forex guy's like, well, you'd have to look at the chart every hour. Well, dude, you're looking at a 5-minute chart. And you still haven't explained, like, are you waiting for this and you're going to put a buy stop here? Are you waiting for this and you're going to put a buy stop here? And you're like, oh, it's continuation trade. Okay, you're getting chopped up like this. And, okay, I put a trade here, but then all of a sudden the market started doing this shit. The fuck? It's rigged. You can't make no money in Forex. I'm presupposing you have half a brain. But it is difficult because people are saying, well, I did what you said here. I put a buy limit here, and they fucking stopped me out. I put my stop there, god damn it. Well, yeah, why are you trading one fucking ticket, loser? Dude, I mean, you got sell limits here. You're into sell limits right now. Plus, you've been selling at the market. Plus, you're getting killed right now. You're going to wait another hour and you sell more. Plus, you got sell limits here. You're like, bring it. Bring it. So, you have to have for me, a brinksmanship attitude about this shit. Oh, yeah, really? Big boys? Okay, big boys, come on. I don't give a fuck. It doesn't matter. They're not big boys to me. There's just nothing but prices. Oh, by the way, watching more Bitcoin stuff. I mean, I seriously don't get it. What is Visa MasterCard going for? Bitcoin? Oh, my God. We're about to fall through the floor here. Oil's down. Gas is down at the pump. So I don't know. Stock market record highs. The stock market's a big bull trap up here, I think. Look at this thing screaming north. So I'm going to sell again. I'm going to speed it up. Let me see if I can't lose some money here. So everybody's afraid of losing money. It's so funny. They so focused. Well, if you did, look at, we're touching the channel here. We got to sell. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's just, but how many other trades are you waiting for this one entry to go? Yeah, well, that's what I do. But don't forget there's the channel within the channel. I'm sure if people fell into this rabbit hole, yeah, there's a little channel here too. Let's trade. They're all over the place. Like when people say, oh, a Garley pattern, yeah, there's a couple of ciphers. There's a million of them on the 15-minute chart. Well, no shit. Jesus Christ, all these little fucking zigzags. I got these mini channels that are actually steeper, faster, harder, deeper, faster. I mean, but then we still have this situation. People throwing in buy limits here that don't get filled for 2 days, and when they do get filled, they get a nice dead cat bounce. They make 20 to 30, 40 pips. Then they're like, dude, I already had pendings here. Well, there you go. Weed and feed. Dude, we're going lower. And if we don't, guess what? No risk. I feel like the angry photographer now. It's like, really? It's just, I mean, this is like, people are befuddled. Can't believe it's going. Here's a break. Look at your breakout bots fucking making money. Look at the goober fucks making money in the 1 hour. Just be a goober. This Forex Hangout guy, why doesn't he just do the mechanical trade plan? You got a low volatility, buy stop, sell stop, buy stop, sell stop. You're long 3 standard lots if you trade like that. Less risk entry, low noise. Dude, you can go to the 15, you go to the 5, the half hour for a better entry. You're not going to get it. I've been there, done that. You're not going to get it. What you're going to do there is go, oh shit, look at this triple bottom on the 5. Your brain's going to fucking come unwrapped. If you think like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too over it. Here I'm selling at the market with a wide stop because it's up hard. And if I trade from a non-directional standpoint, I would probably be at break even. Whatever I lost selling here at the market on 3, of course, like I said, I sell with tighter stops and the smaller ups. So here I'm already stopped out. But here comes the buy bot. He's up. So how can you admit you're wrong? In other words, admitting the strategy, it admits wrongness for you if you decide to trade mechanically on top of your glorious cipher shit, your utopian targets. Look how it blew through the channel. Oh shit, I sold the channel and then it blew my fucking channel shit don't work. Goddamn channel shit. This is, I mean, can you see how you're just fucking, it's a mess. It's so difficult. And I love how people are like, well, you know, I've got the, what's it, ICT call it, the optimal trade entry. No, it's optimal trades entry. Yeah, there is no optimal trade entry. It's like the ultimate girl. Oh, it turns out she's got a dick. Yikes! Oh boy. You know, it's always stuff backfires. Let's see if I can zoom out. You need to draw that channel right. That's what went wrong there. Wait. Let me see if I can better dial that in. Put the oh, that blue is kind of disturbing to me. I'm gonna go some type of bisque. Anybody ever see the colors in here? I think it's over here, like Navajo white, honeydew. These colors all look the same to me. Light gray. Looks like white. That's light gray. I don't know. Maybe my monitor's fucked. So on closing prices, I'm going to put the channel here. And then we'll stretch it up to here. And then we have to put a pitchfork in the middle. We'll hang it right off of this. Got a black fork. So, but this is bigger. See, this is still overextended, so even that doesn't help. Is there some magic to that? Fuck no. I just sold there at the market. And I sold a wider thing here. And hopefully, according to my rules, the smaller the bar, the bigger the position. So this position would be bigger because this is a smaller bar. And we're already scalped out and we have some targets up here. And now we're running, when this, if the bar is small, then we will put in sell stops and buy stops again. Notice the sell stops did not get filled. So this is true, like order flow, just go with the big boys, so to speak, or the whatever. But these are so small that you'd have to have scalps in either side of that. And so here you kind of, but here's the big payoff, because this is a very small bar. And you're going to get these in Asia. And the nice thing about the 1 hour chart is the filter is the fucking 1 hour chart. That is, and this is also a pennant, flag, wedge, triangle descending wedge, but lowest volatility to date on that. Very low here, very low here, but this is super low, and maybe these guys got trapped, but whatever got, there's no buy fill. See, the beauty of the retail Goober entries, that no buys are filled till here. Trapped a little bit on the sells. Here it's a definite trap, but if you're extending the first 10 pips, you're taking off the table. Now we just sold a bunch here. We're waiting 1 more hour to sell more. Right about here, we're getting out of our trend continuation entries here. When we went